Welcome to another Glory podcast, and this is Let's Go with Patrick. And I finally got myself a day off. And it's a beautiful morning at that. It's been a while since I made a video, and the reason why is because the last couple of weeks have been kind of just a crazy roller coaster ride. Not only for myself, for David. Life just came to us and it's just kind of taken us on a whole nother path. And I myself have lost my focus in the process. To where I myself, to be honest with you, I caved into me. And I put myself over the Almighty, knowing all too well what I was doing. And each one of us can relate to that, wherever your heart's convicting you at the moment about, how you choose what you want instead of what the Lord wants for you. So in a sense, I've been kind of bummed out about the whole process. And yet at the same time, God has been with me throughout this last couple of weeks, bringing people into my life. I met a security guard that patrols the parking lots out here, the outside of St. Francis, and he looked right at me. I was walking down there, and I was not in the mood to talk to anybody. But he looked right at me, and I looked right at him, and I just stopped and had a conversation with him, and before we know it, we're talking Jesus, and I'm praying with him and just sharing our testimonies and everything. And that was like the last week, and God inflamed my heart. But yet at the same time, I felt like an utter failure. That I would never measure up, that God's always faithful, but I'm the one who's always falling or just giving in. But in the process, I'm sticking to the Word, praying and seeking Him out. Feel like, with the world and everything, that's another thing. You turn on the news, you turn on the media, you see how this world's going and how it's just falling apart. I'm just like, God, come. You're the Almighty. You're the creator of the universe, and this world is whacked, and the people are destroying one another. And it's just the point I gave up. I'm griping at Tracy about everything. It's just been angry, frustrated, mostly with myself. And it's been rough. But yesterday was amazing. I was going into floor stock, and all I want to do is do my job, get in there, and just get it over with. But it started out when I was starting over there. There's a guy, CA, he's my Muslim brother, and he's talking to someone else in where I'm working at. And I asked him, I said, so what do you do, man? Because this guy, he's got a wife and child, and he's constantly just a busy guy, and he just seems kind of angry, frustrated a lot. I said, what do you do for time? What do you do to release your stress and stuff? And he goes, I run, I play, sports, whatever, this, that, and everything else. And he goes, man, my neck is like, it's really tight and stressed out. I'm like, when someone says that to me, I know the Holy Spirit's on. I said, man, I gotta bless you. So I placed my hand on his neck and gave him a blessing, and pray for the Father to heal his neck right now in Jesus' name. And I said, that in the Quran it says that Jesus is the Messiah, and that he was born of the Virgin Mary. He was born at virgin birth. And he goes, And so he walks away, and I got back into my work, and next thing I know, he comes back about 5 minutes later whistling and just happy and just go lucky, and it's Holy Spirit. It's awesome. But that was just the beginning. Throughout the day, people just keep coming. And one sweet moment was the buddy I work with down in the storeroom. He said that, it's been crazy with the weather and everything. And we have the storeroom, we had to move everything out because they're redoing the storeroom, painting it and redoing the walls and everything, just a lot of stuff going on. So we had to rearrange stuff, and it's like really not fun when you have to do truck. And so And if it rains, man, we got to bring all that stuff inside, and and it's just frustrating to everybody, not only to us, but to everybody else, because the pallets are blocking the hallways and all that stuff. Just crazy. But he goes, I think God's just mad at me, at times, raining and all this. I said, nah, God is not the one that's mad at you. God is not one that does all that to you. It's the other guy, But the thing he said that was sweet, and it's like, yeah, maybe being here is, just that influence that God is doing through me. It's not me, it's Him doing it all. And later on, I went out. It's getting close to time to go, and so I went outside behind. There's like a big porch with a couple of picnic tables out there. I'm just going to sit out there and read the Word. And I saw a lady just standing there. She had her earphones, looking over the wall. It was like, and just engaged into whatever she's listening to. And so I was ready to sit down. She turns around. It was one of the interns that kind of friended, and I prayed over before and talk about my walk with Jesus and how she herself has always been interested in prayer, and she had the Buddhist aspect on life. But I just gave her the truth and gave her the gospel and told her Jesus loves her amazing. And in that process, it's been like, I don't know, several months. And the interns, they come, and they're there like for a whole year. So she comes in and out, and I just every time I see her, we just light up in a conversation about Jesus and the gospel, and I have to share, and she listens intensely. And she, when she turned around, she saw me yesterday. She said, "Man, I've been thinking about you. You're the one I want to talk to. Can I give you, I want to just give you a hug." And it was just amazing. And we once again got to start talking about Jesus, and I got to pray with her and bless her, and what she's going through, she shared, and and it's like, man, I so needed this. I know this is God doing His thing, and so yesterday was amazing, and I just know that even my utter failures, even when I miss the mark, God is always faithful, and God redeems those things and draws them and brings glory to Himself through it all. So it's none of me. It's nothing I can boast about. It's all Him, and how immensely He loves us, and how immensely He is using us. Oh yeah, there was another buddy in housekeeping yesterday. He goes, you remember Pearline and this lady that works in housekeeping, and can you remember in your thoughts and everything? And so I go, yeah, and it's just awesome how God says, Patrick, I'm not done with you, Patrick. This is what I've been doing through you, touching people's lives. And he just, he's been through a lot himself, and just I just utterly amazed how God has used me, and He wants to love through each and every one of us and use us as His blessing to those around us. And I'm kind of rambling on. In the process, He goes, just remember her, keep her in your thoughts, and God just immensely loves each one of us. I just want to share that with you today, and that we're here to serve one another, love one another. And I know I'm kind of going on long here, and I'm rambling, but I just want to share that God immensely loves you, and He wants to be in you and bless you, hug on you, bless you, and bless everybody around you, and bring healing to yourself and to your family, your friends, your community, those you work with. And we are here for Him. And He is the ultimate servant. As we serve Him, He serves us. And it's in Luke 22, starting with verse 24. And this is at the Last Supper, and there's a dispute going on with the disciples. And here it goes. a dispute arose among them, the disciples, as to which of them was considered to be the greatest. Jesus said to them, "The king of the Gentiles lord it over them, and those who exercise authority over them call themselves benefactors. But you are not to be like that. Instead, the greatest among you should be like the youngest, and the one who rules like the one who serves. For who is greater than the one who is at the table or the one who serves? It is not the one who sits at the table, but I am among you as one who serves," Jesus says. "You are those who have stood by me in my trials, and I confer on you a kingdom, just as my Father conferred on me, so that you may eat and drink at my table in my kingdom." So we're here for each other. We're here to serve each other, and God serves us as we serve him. And he gets the glory, and he gets the boast, and he's everything. And I just want to thank you for listening to me. I know I kind of went long on this one, but so God bless you, each and every one of you, and just I pray peace, I pray wisdom, I pray insight, I pray strength, I pray all these wonderful things that the Holy Spirit just wants to flow through us. So with that, let's go and give him Jesus. Peace.